What's going on, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be part 3 of our dissection of this Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Chris Rock situation. And in my first video, I kind of talked about how both men were wrong in the situation. I talked about how Will and Jada were both wrong in the second video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how Chris Rock is wrong, and I'm going to talk about how the public and Black America is wrong in the handling of this situation. So, let's get to it.
I don't do regrets. I'm trying to learn from my lessons, but do I get it yet? I wanna set an example, but I'm not sure I can handle all my demons. I'm thinking that I should court a vet. I fight for all respect. I'm working overtime to keep in my head. I understand I'll get the love when I'm dead, so my focus is red. Choose the black out on what's keeping me chosen. I've been the token, now the back is ahead. On my soapbox, chucking.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome and welcome back. This is Georgia Carolina, your gated and discrimination-free community where we personalize culture and entertainment and then curate a conversation that's based on self-discovery and growth. I am your pop culture coordinator of all things inclusion and awareness, Jordan Renee. And I'm happy to have you back for another video. All right, everybody. So we're back talking about Chris Rock, Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, all of that stuff, right? And I am making this video because I want to emphasize the level of accountability that Chris Rock also needs to be taking in this situation. But I also want to point out how the Black community has been doing to me exactly what Chris Rock has been doing to Jada, which y'all have been condoning Will slapping him for. Like, the Black community, the Black community has been doing the same things to me that Chris Rock has been doing to Jada Pinkett Smith since 1997 to basically silence them from doing the right thing and saying the right thing when it comes to holding Black people accountable, right? And expressing that we need to do better. Chris Rock has basically been minimizing Jada Pinkett Smith's activism since 1997, starting with the Million Woman March. That happened around the same time of the Million Man March, where 1 million Black women got together to advance and bring acknowledgement to the plights of Black women and intersectionality while living within America, right? Chris Rock had jokes on that, basically calling it a glorified shopping trip in the 90s. Disrespectful. Shoot up to 2016, when he basically dismissed her movement to boycott the Oscars in 2016 because he basically dismissed her plight as, you're upset because your husband didn't get nominated, so now you want to make this an everybody's problem, right? Not okay. Shoot to 2022. Now he basically says that she needs to be in a movie because she has a bald head, right? And now we get the slap, okay? Chris, you have an extended history in misogynoir, and you have an extended history in minimalizing the plight of Black women, the importance of Black women, the necessity to hear Black women's voices, and you have constantly lived under the white gaze, which is what my first video was about. The base of your comedy has been primarily surrounded with, what are white people gonna think? And if any of you saw my first video, hopefully all of you saw my first one, which is why you're here. I say that it is completely damaging and it's utterly contradictory to our own self-sustaining for us to live under the perception of what are white people gonna think about us. If we wanna ever get from under the thumb of systemic racism and give ourselves a chance to actually rise above and establish true equality in this country, then we have to stop positioning ourselves under what is and start to see ourselves where it isn't. Do you get what I mean? What I mean by that is, some people tend to put themselves under the thumb of systemic racism when they don't have to. Do you get what I mean? And not Will Smith, but Chris Rock's entire career in comedy has been that. It's been an analysis and dissection of Black people's behavior, but under the guise of what white people are going to think of them. Therefore, any advice that he has given to Black people over the years under this context is basically telling us how to assimilate. Which is the whole reason the Black beauty movement started in the 60s, where people started wearing their natural afros, because we didn't want to no longer assimilate to Caucasian culture in order just to survive. So for Chris Rock to basically be telling us all we got to do is what white people tell us to do, or look good in front of white people for us to be able to get by, is completely contradictory to the movement of the Million Man March and the Million Woman March. First of all, and it's also contradictory to the advancement of Black people in real society, because if that's the case, if we're only progressing in ways that are assimilatory to the white gaze or to white culture, then where are we really growing to? Where are we really growing? What are we really doing? How are we really building our own independence? How is that shattering systemic racism? It's only, Chris Rock has basically just been telling us how to live within the system for all these years. That I consider to be a problem. Do you get what I mean? And when I say that the audience or a lot of Black people have been doing the same thing to me that Chris Rock has been doing to Jada Pinkett Smith this whole time, I don't understand how Black people are upset with me because I say that violence is not the answer. The same Black people who are sitting here standing up for Will Smith going up and slapping somebody are the same people who are going to be boycotting when a cop kills another Black man. Y'all are going to be the same ones who want somebody locked up when a Black man hits a Black woman. Like, I don't understand how we're justifying violence over the smallest things, yet we call to action everybody we can call to action for when the big things happen. At some point, we have to take accountability for the way that we conduct ourselves and understand that a lot of the ways that we just get by are things that create stereotypes, right? Now, mind you, stereotypes are bullshit and we shouldn't have to be thinking about them. Yet here we are, we're under the gaze of them. But yet, the reason why I have to bring this up is because Black people complain about not wanting to judge people so much, but yet y'all or not wanting to be judged so much, but yet you sit here and you minimize your own for giving a message. The fact that Black people can't think of a better way for Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith to handle this situation is pathetic. The fact that the only course of action that Black people can render us to is violence is pathetic. Somebody literally commented on my TikTok, what did you expect him to do? He said something about his wife. What did you expect him to do? And I literally listed a list of options. What about address him in the speech for the Oscar you were about to win? What about going on the talk show that you produce with your production company in your home and make an episode about it? How about address it in the speech in the press conference after you win the Oscar? How about doing it on social media? How about doing it on your YouTube channel? How about just going directly to the news? How about taking an ad out in a magazine, a blog, something, a personal phone call, anything? Like, there's so many ways to handle this situation that doesn't throw Will Smith's reputation in jeopardy. Why is it that Black people are so willing to smite themselves just to prove a point? Why is it that we cannot handle the situation without putting our own selves in jeopardy? Why do you want Will Smith to put his career in jeopardy just to prove a point to Chris Rock? Let me be clear. Just because I say that Will Smith shouldn't have smacked Chris Rock does not mean that I don't think that Will Smith should have addressed the situation. What I'm saying is there's a better way to skin this cat. And the fact that the majority of Black people are stuck within senseless violence, but still want to sit here and complain about white people thumbing you with Black on Black crime, you people are idiots. And look at what you're doing to yourselves. This is exactly what they're talking about. The fact that y'all don't have the brain capacity to think of a better way to handle this. And you have the history of the civil rights movement. We have the history of peaceful marches. We have the history of peaceful protesting. Yet you get mad when people reduce black protesters to nothing but looters. This is the shit that confuses me. You want to be seen one way, but you want to carry on in the same actions that get you stereotyped. Do you want to grow? Do you want to advance? And what I don't understand is how people are so upset that Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith, but nobody is upset about, nobody in the black community is upset that Dave Chappelle was out here making trans jokes. Oh, that's right. Because black people don't give a fuck about their own, especially when they're not cisgender and heterosexual. I tweeted this last night. I said, I don't understand how black people are so willing to advocate for violence against anybody that isn't cisgender and heterosexual, but is so quick to combat violence against, like, it disappoints me. Black America is making it really hard to be black in America. Because the fact that we don't have anything else as a majority, the fact that we don't have anything else after we have history of the Million Woman March, the same woman who Will Smith slapped over, who slapped Chris over, who y'all are defending, has had a history of activism all these years. And yet the only thing y'all can resort to is violence. It's pathetic. It's genuinely pathetic. And I don't understand how black people expect to get anywhere with this sort of mentality. It's like I said in my first video, I think that the black experience is corrupting the minds of our people. And I think that the black experience and the way that and black culture needs to be reformed. We need to hold ourselves accountable. We need to hold ourselves accountable. We allow ourselves to engage in such bullshit for no reason at all. Yet you are upset when anybody else stereotypes you for the same behavior you want to advocate for. You're advocating for violence, yet you're upset when somebody reduces black people to nothing but black on black crime. Stop giving people a reason. Y'all don't have nothing else that Chris could do. Y'all don't have another suggestion. This is all y'all got. This is how smart y'all are. The greater population of Black America is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing that you will sit here and try to advocate for the protection of a black woman with the same violence that does nothing but tear us apart. That keeps us under the thumb of prejudice. Like, if y'all don't want no better, just say that. But stop pretending to want better for black people when one of us gets killed by a police officer or something happens to us that we can blame on white people. At this point, if you're not willing to address the inadequacies of black behavior within the black community, then stop addressing it from the standard of white prejudice. Y'all so mad about what white people got to think about us, but y'all don't give a fuck what y'all think about yourselves. And it's stupid. It's stupid, it's dumb, it's pathetic. And I'm tired of it. Black people don't want anything more for themselves. Black people don't want to be seen in any better light. Y'all don't want no more for yourselves. That y'all couldn't take 10 seconds to think of another way that Will Smith could have handled this. If this is what the black experience is, I don't want no part of it. If you are willing to sell yourself short just to make a point about some respect about a fucking bald head joke, regardless of the history, it's pathetic. Chris Rock, you diminishing the efforts of Black women to advance ourselves in this country is pathetic. It's pathetic. Black people are too divisive to get anywhere. And I don't think that our plight is ever going to be fully realized or fully acknowledged because we don't acknowledge it to ourselves. Black people only give a damn about what they give a damn about, and they don't give a damn about the greater whole. It's so upsetting that I have to sit here and fight for the advancement of colored people, yet colored people don't want to be nothing else but And of course, it's not every single Black person. Look at me. But the fact that the majority of the response to my videos on social media have been nothing but advocating for violence is pathetic. The fact that Black people can't think of a better way to speak up or defend themselves is pathetic. The only thing that Black people know is violence now, yet y'all don't want to be thumbed down on Black crime. You're pathetic. Do better. Do better. Because at the end of the day, y'all don't have room to say shit about what white people have to say about y'all when y'all can't even address yourselves. You can't even handle yourselves. So there's no need for us to even talk about what white people think about us when y'all need to give a fuck about what Black people think about us. Y'all don't give a damn how y'all look. Y'all don't give a damn how y'all carry yourselves out here. Y'all don't give a damn how y'all are seen. And it's pathetic and it's saddening and it's disheartening. It's so disheartening. Like, I don't understand how we're supposed to fight for y'all if y'all don't want it. If y'all don't want anything better, then us advocates and us activists are wasting our time. I'm starting to feel like we're wasting our time on the Black community because the Black community doesn't want better for themselves. What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? I gotta go. Because this is sad and it's pathetic and it's annoying. And I just don't understand how Black people have fallen so far when so many people have fought so hard. It's disheartening. It is sad that this is the Black community that I have to take pride in. Bye, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Do all of the things. If you like the video, like the video. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. Fuck out of here.